everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my fake tan routine. So I actually am filming this and I'm actually not looking that tanned at all. So at the minute my tan is kind of, I feel like I need to put another layer on. I only did this a couple of days ago, so obviously my tan's not looking my best, but obviously at the end of the video you'll see what I look like in the morning and then when I wash everything off. But I thought I'd just give you a little bit of information about my skin and how long I've been fake tanning for. So basically my skin is relatively normal. I don't really get much dry skin. I don't really suffer with eczema or like dry areas in between my arms. I'd say I've got pretty normal skin. And I've been fake tanning since, I think the first time I ever fake tanned was year 11 prom, because I remember fake tanning for the first time. I used St. Moritz medium tan, I think. It might have even been the light tan. And yeah, basically I didn't have a spray tan for prom and all of my friends were using spray tans and having spray tans done, but I was so scared of being orange I just decided to do it myself. And I remember feeling like I'd literally been on holiday. I loved it. However, I didn't tan my face, which was a massive issue because my foundation was too pale for me and it just didn't look great, but my actual tan on my body looked quite good. So since then, that's probably how long I've been fake tanning for, and I am now 22 and I must have been about 16 when I first started. I personally wear fake tan because I feel so much better in myself. I feel so much more positive and put together, and it just makes, when I look in the mirror, I just genuinely feel better. I also, the colour I go with the fake tan is usually the colour I go in the sun. Like the fake tan that I use is actually quite similar to my skin tone when I tan naturally. I usually don't wear like mousse fake tan in the summer because I just cannot think of anything worse than putting fake tan on my body and then sweating it all out and my pores being sweaty, and I just can't deal with that. So I usually fake tan from about October through to April, and then in April I'll use like a gradual moisturiser which helps like me tan basically. So yeah, that's why I wear fake tan. Please don't tell me off for using fake tan because I personally enjoy it. I'm not trying to be rude to anyone by using fake tan. I literally am the colour of my fake tan in the summer when I am tan from the actual sun. I hope that clears things up. So the first step that I take in my routine is to have a shower, shave my legs and exfoliate. Now I exfoliate, this is actually quite gross, using this Skinny Tan mitt. This is literally just one of these exfoliated mitts. You don't need one like this. I got this as a gift from Sam's mum. She literally bought me like so much fake tanning stuff for Christmas one year. But you can get these sorts of things in Primark. It doesn't have to be from a specific tanning range. Like, you just need something abrasive that's gonna scrub the tan off your skin. You can even use like a flannel or something like that. But I just get some body wash, pop it on here, and literally, that's gross, that's my actual skin on that. And just use circular motions basically. And I do go like proper, you know, I get going on my skin because otherwise I can't get it off, which I know is quite bad. I usually step out of the shower and I'm red raw, but I can't get it off otherwise. So I really recommend using some sort of material mitt to take your tan off because it will really help. Like, I often also will have a bath because it gets your skin really soft and you're obviously like, your pores open and all the dirt can, you know, come out, and also it makes your skin a lot more easier to exfoliate. And even if you don't have fake tan on before you're fake tanning again, I would highly recommend exfoliating your skin and just, I don't know, having a bath beforehand, shaving your legs, and then your skin just feels so much better and will go on a lot better as well. I think this step is possibly the most important step I would take, and I often don't fake tan without doing this now. I use coconut oil, that's a hair. This coconut oil, I think I got from Lidl. Yeah, it's from Lidl. This was about £1.79. Coconut oil used to be so expensive, but for some reason it's gone down in price. This is 100% raw organic extra virgin coconut oil. I don't really think that you need to use organic coconut oil when you use it on your body, but this is just the one that we use for cooking, and I did actually buy it. No, I didn't. I don't know, I just bought this one because it was in Lidl. But yeah, don't worry too much about it being organic when you're putting it on your body, but if you're going to use this for cooking, I wouldn't recommend using the one that you've been sticking your hand in to put all over your body, but I definitely recommend an organic one. But yeah, this is literally £1.79. I mean, like, I use this step instead of coming out the shower and moisturising my skin because the coconut oil does this for me. So when I'm in the shower and I've exfoliated and shaved, I washed my body, done whatever I need to do, I'll then take the coconut oil and literally rub it all over my body, make sure I really get it like everywhere. I don't just put it on my knees and like my knuckles, I literally put it everywhere. And then I'll shower it off, so I'm showering off most of the oiliness that I'm going to feel when I get out the shower. And surprisingly, it's actually not that greasy. You'd think that you'd feel really gross, and like when you touch your skin you'd think it feels really oily and disgusting. It actually doesn't, it's great, and I do this so I then don't have to get out the shower and put moisturiser on because I just can't be bothered. And actually now I rarely put moisturiser on when I come out the shower. I just usually do it in the shower and use coconut oil, and I find when I put coconut oil on my skin, do I want to say coconut oil any more times? I find that when I put this on, the tan always goes on so much better because my skin is literally soaked in moisture, which is great. That's what you want when you're putting fake tan on, surely. So when I get out the shower and I've coconut oiled, shaved, done all that fun stuff, it's really not fun, it's actually quite boring. I'll wait probably about 2 hours, maybe an hour if I'm busy or I need to, you know, I'm going out and I haven't fake tanned. But I'd usually fake tan ahead of going out, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'll fake tan about 2 hours later, just so all my pores are closed up. I find when I fake tan as soon as I come out of the shower, I find when I wake up in the morning, all the tan's kind of gone, but it's all stuck in my pores because obviously I haven't waited for my pores to close up after my bath or my shower. So I'd highly recommend waiting a little while before you put the fake tan on. But the fake tan, when I do apply it, I use the St. Moritz Correct. This isn't gradual tan, this is the fast tan 60-minute mousse. This is the best tan I've ever used. I mean, I've tried many tans. I've tried a lot of the St. Moritz ones. As I said, the first tan I did try was a St. Moritz, and I did really like it, but they brought this one out, and this has like green writing on it. That's the only way I describe it to people when people ask me, because this isn't the medium or the dark one, it's a different one. So this literally gets to work as soon as you put it on. It obviously gives you a little guide, so 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. I leave it on when I go to bed, so I'll go to bed and I usually sleep for about 8 or 9 hours. Then I wake up and shower it off. I won't lie, it's intense. I feel like sometimes I go to work and my hands are literally like orange, but once I finish the day at work, because I'm always like handling like linen and my hands get really dry and I have to like obviously wash things up, it doesn't really last on my hands too long anyway. And if you really kind of like go light on your hands, this is going to work really, really well. I'm literally out of breath. Yeah, this is one of the best fake tans I've ever tried. I don't know what it is about it, but I genuinely do not get any streaks. I don't know if it's just I won't lie, I think I'm pretty well. How many years have I been fit to 67? I mean, I've been fake tanning for 6 years. And I have fake tanned a lot in those 6 years, like a lot. So, I mean, I fake tan maybe like twice a week to keep it like up together. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this is amazing. This I think is £5.99 when it's most expensive. I usually get this from either Boots or Superdrug. I don't think you can get this in Savers because I know a lot of the time you can buy the St. Moritz in Savers, but for some reason they don't do this one. This one's £5.99. £6, I'm not being funny, I think that's absolutely amazing. So this is also really good because you can, you know, if you're just starting out with fake tan, you can apply this and leave it on for an hour, and if you decide, oh my god, I think I'm too dark, I don't like it, just go in the shower and wash it off, and probably most of it will come off. So I guess the next time you try it, you could maybe leave it for 2 hours or 3 hours, then wash it off, and then as you kind of use it more and get more used to it, then you could maybe leave it on overnight. But yeah, I literally love this stuff. This is my favourite tan. I think I've tried my sister's Bondi Sands Aero one, and I liked it. She always goes a really nice, like, cool tone brown when she has it on, but when I tried it, I found like it didn't actually really make me go that dark. I don't know whether it's because this one just makes me go really, really, I don't know, tanned. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's just because I'm used to this one and every other one just doesn't really live up to this one. But that's just my personal preference. This is one I use, it's a mousse, so I usually use about 4 pumps on my arm, which is a lot. I mean, I use a lot, but it does last a while as well. Like, this probably lasts me about a month and a half, which for me is that's quite a long time. Some people will probably get through this in like 2 goes. But yeah, this is amazing. I highly recommend the St. Moritz. I think I tried medium last time and I didn't like it so much, so make sure you try and get your hands on the fast tan 60-minute one, because this one is amazing. I'll put on some baggy pyjamas or something, go to sleep, wake up in the morning and then shower it off. And usually I try not to have a shower for too long. I mean, I don't really enjoy showering anyway, which is quite disgusting, but I just can't be bothered. I'd rather be doing something else. So I'll have a really quick shower. I make sure to turn the shower down so it's not piping hot, because I don't want all my tan to come off or my pores to open up and sink into my skin. So I have a really quick shower. That bit of hair is really pissing me off. Why did I not just tie my hair up? Yes, I have a really quick shower and make sure that everything is, I really hope you can't see my nipples with this. Say everything comes off. I have a really quick shower, so not everything comes off. And when I get out the shower, I'll like dab myself dry, not rub myself dry, because I don't want to rub the fake tan off. And also when I'm in the shower, I'll use the coconut oil again. And you probably think the coconut oil actually makes the tan come off, because I always thought that using an oil would make your fake tan come off, but it doesn't. Like, if you use a little bit when you first fake tanned, it works really well. Again, you don't have to come out the shower and moisturise. You've already done it in the shower. If not, I do really like this Garnier one. This is the Garnier Intensive 7 Days. For example, if I'm going somewhere or going away and I don't really want to take my big old pot of coconut oil, I'll just take this with me because it's a lot easier. But I genuinely recommend moisturising so much. I think this fake tan, because it is quite cheap and it's only £6, the only downside is that you do go a bit crusty. Like right now, my hands, I don't know if you can see it very well, but they are looking a little bit crusty because obviously I don't spend a lot on my fake tan. So moisturising is key. I find that when I moisturise, the tan doesn't really go crusty, whereas if I can't be bothered to moisturise, then my tan is literally crusty as hell. So then in the morning, if I have time or if I'm not really going anywhere and just staying at home for the morning, I'll then use a gradual tan on top. So obviously when you come out the shower, you could always just put gradual moisturiser on with a mitt, because I just find it kind of blends everything in and your tan just looks fab when you've got an extra layer of tan, and the gradual moisturiser just kind of blends everything in nicely. But recently I've been using this Garnier Ambre Solaire natural bronzer, and this is a hydrating coconut water, and it says intense tan results in one application, no transfer to clothes. Now I can't lie, this actually is really good. I got gifted this when I went to a Garnier event, and I was really intrigued to try it because I'd heard so many things about the St. Moritz. Is it like their hydrating water spray for your face, and that range from St. Moritz? Because I think Lydia Millen uses that and her tan always looks unreal. So I was really excited to try like a clear tan because I'd never used it before. I was a little bit scared because it's clear and like you could end up with like one side of your arm brown, one side of your arm, I don't know, orange and white. Do you know what I mean? But I use this if my tan's kind of going a little bit, I don't know, patchy or faded, or when I get out the shower once I first wash the layer of this tan off, I'll then go and use this tan. I don't know, it just makes me feel a lot nicer. It makes me feel like my tan's gonna last a little bit longer because I've literally got 2 layers. One's a gradual one and one's a mousse. I feel like gradual tan always lasts a little bit longer because it's not so intense. But yeah, I really highly recommend trying this. This works really nicely if you just want to use it by itself. Like, it gives you like a really nice colour. I wore it when I went to Centre Parks because I didn't want to wear the mousse because I just knew that that was going to be a catastrophe. If you're wondering what I use to apply my Fit Tan, I use one of these mitts. These are the velvet mitts. This one is actually from Sienna X. My sister got me this as a birthday present. But you can get these in Primark and they literally have like a little one, so it's like, it's really easy to use, and I think that's like £3, so you don't have to spend a lot of money on a mitt, but I do highly recommend getting a velvety mitt because these ones are really, really good. They just make everything go on so smoothly and you literally get no streaks. Do you actually just kind of take whatever's left on the mitt and put it on my face? I know a lot of people don't like doing that and some people won't put any product on their face at all because it kind of breaks them out, and it does definitely get stuck on my dry patches on my face, so I tend to not put too much on, but I love using this Garnier Natural Bronzer Self Tan Mist. This stuff is bloody brilliant. This is actually for your body, but they do a face version, but the body is literally exactly the same. You just get more in the tin, whatever this is. But this is unreal. I've used this probably for about 3 years. I think since I went to Malta with Sam, which was about 3 years ago, which is mad. I use this because I had real problems tanning my face naturally from the sun, which I know is a good thing because I don't really want the sun to damage my skin and make me age. But I'm not even joking, I spent a week in Tenerife and I came back and I had the palest face. This is technically a holiday in a bottle. However, I don't really like this on my body. I tried it on my body once and it went nowhere apart from just stuck straight to my hands. But this is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend. I always like to, when I fake tan, I have to have a fake tan face as well. Like, I don't like having a really pale face compared to my body. You know, when like people have an actual line here from where their fake tan starts and then their face is just so pale. I have to have my face tanned because I just feel like it looks so much more natural and it genuinely does look like you've been on holiday. But this is amazing. This I think is like £9, which is quite expensive, but I buy it every time because it works so bloody well. So I highly recommend this for your face and it doesn't break me out. However, that is only my personal opinion. I feel like my skin used to be really sensitive to stuff like this and just to every single thing I put on my face. But recently, like, I've been using serums and new moisturisers and my skin seems to be doing quite well. So after all that's done, then I finish my fake tan routine basically. And then obviously throughout the days I have the tan on, I'll keep moisturising with coconut oil and I might go in with another layer of tan at some point if I'm going out or if I can be bothered. But yeah, I won't lie, I do find it really hard to maintain my tan. It usually lasts about 3 days and if I'm really good with it and I really maintain it, and it will probably last 4, and then after the 4 days I repeat the whole thing all over again. I hope that gave you some fake tanning tips and it may have helped you in some way if you were really bad at fake tanning or you were getting it all gathered around your elbows, or I don't know, I just hope I gave you some tips to help you out. I also saw a girl actually on Twitter use a brush to apply the fake tan to her hands and her feet, which I really think is a good idea. However, I put too much product on the brush, which meant I had majorly tanned hands and feet, and my hands end up being more tan than my actual arm. But it does work really well if you use the tan sparingly, so I'd highly recommend that as well. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know how you get on fake tanning. I'm not saying that everyone needs to fake tan. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just sharing with you my tips and how I personally do my fake tan, and in hope that if you do fake tan too, then you don't turn out looking like a orange Oompa Loompa and you look great. I'll see you very soon. Bye!